barrels per day.
190 to 166.
There's Apple's under pressure.
You buy stocks on Tuesday and sell them on Friday.
Market is as volatile as you'll ever see.
Traders saying this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets. Veteran traders saying they've never seen anything like it. The movement in oil.
Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the crude oil markets. But just before I start today's video, anyone who's interested in joining my single service, please do not hesitate to visit my website, dailymarketmovements.com. I've left a website link in the description of today's video and I charge a very small fee of $29.99. But let's talk about the crude oil markets. Crude oil has had a great week. We've ended a week higher, up above $120 a barrel. We had a weekly high up around, so this is the swing high, sorry, up around $123 a barrel. So we have cooled off ever so slightly since that Wednesday high. But I think we continue to march higher. As much as I don't want to say it because it has such a negative impact on the stock market, things are just looking fantastic for crude oil at this moment in time, both technically and fundamentally. You know, technically we're in a fantastic uptrend here, and we keep breaking out towards the upside of these uptrends that we keep forming. So it just shows you how strong the crude oil market is. But eventually some negative news will occur. And one thing I will warn the gold, sorry, I keep saying gold. One thing that I will warn that the crude oil bulls about is as soon as we get the smallest amount of negative news, the crude oil markets are going to oversell significantly. They're going to overreact to the news because it has been so bullish. And this is some price action that you typically do see in markets that are so bullish. As soon as you get the smallest amount of negative news for the crude oil markets, which, you know, in normal circumstances wouldn't probably affect the market at all. You might see a 1 or 2% dip. Do not be surprised if you see a 10 to 15% dip in this market. Mark my words, I don't know when it's going to happen, but one day it will happen. It has to happen, and that's when you're going to see crude oil sell off significantly. So we've had a fantastic amount of gains here over the past couple of months, but a lot of it can be wiped out in one trading session. I will warn you of that. So please do be very cautious. Start trading with very tight stop losses. That day will eventually come. It might be next week, it might be next month, it might even be next quarter, it could even be next year. Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball. Your guess is as good as mine. But when it does come, as I mentioned, the price action will definitely overreact towards the downside because this market has been so bullish, and that's what we need to get that CPI figure back down. And I think once that CPI figure then eventually corrects itself and becomes a lot better than analysts were expecting, that's when the stock market can then rally and the Fed can start to become less hawkish. So that's my my game plan going forward. That's what I'm looking for in this market. Until then, though, crude oil continues to march higher. I think $130 is the near-term target.
500 million barrels per day.
190 to 166.
There's Apple's under pressure.
You buy stocks on Tuesday and sell them on Friday.
Market is as volatile as you'll ever see.
Traders saying this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets. Veteran traders saying they've never seen anything like it. The movement in oil.